Okay, just for everybody's reminder that we are live streaming right now. So it is 6 o'clock, so I'll call the City of Greendale Redevelopment Commission regular meeting to order. The first agenda item is the approval of the minutes from July 15th. Bless you.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. As you see, you two are obviously going to be...
We'll take turns.
Okay. Okay. Second item is the financial report.
So I know I asked this last time, and maybe
Yep.
it's because I'm too dense over here, I don't know, but show me on this financial report, where is the account that has the money set aside
Yep, I have, hold on, Bill,
for
let me
the levy project if it happens?
get to my financials, and I don't know if I have the financials myself.
You want to take that extra packet?
Well, I don't,
Oh,
do you guys have the financials?
I don't,
I
is that
just-
fund report with investments, is that what it's called? The fund report?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
okay. Let me make sure I don't have it.
Because this is that's the pay.
I do have it, my apologies. Okay, fund report. All right, Bill, so on the first page,
Starts out with beautification fund. At the top. The first account is beautification page, is what I'm showing. Am I on the wrong page? Page one, I don't know, you tell me.
you know what, I don't,
The other one's detail.
sorry. Okay, yes, okay, so it's page one. Is this what you have here, Bill?
The first thing says the beautification.
Beautification fund.
By your thumb?
2259.
Oh, yes, I'm
Yes.
sorry, yeah. Okay, so that is the beautification fund we are
Got that.
paying for the soft wash.
Yeah, I'm not asking
Okay,
about
good.
that one, I'm asking about
Yep.
the levy money. Where's that
And
at in
then
this list?
It is in the 2 million under investments under bank number 4447.
So Greendale allocation area, QCC, PPT, okay,
Yeah.
all right, so it's
She-
in there.
And Bill, so that the total balance of that area is 2.97 million, but she just put it in that area. She could have taken it from any of the allocation areas, but she took from that one.
So but this is where it's at.
Yeah, because that's the
Okay.
one that, the area that the levy protects more than most.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that 2 million investments is there. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Okay. All right, I'm good.
So we do have the beautification, we have the regular accounts, and then the second page is the riverboat account. Let me make sure I'm correct on that.
This last one's Riverboat, right?
I'm sorry, the last one's riverboat. The second one is our accounts paid, it's the history. The last one is our riverboat account.
This, yeah, the one I think is just the in and out for the month,
It
right?
is, yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, you all right?
Yep.
I'll make the motion. You
I
know.
will make the motion to approve that.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
We have a second.
We have a motion to approve the financial report as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? So moved. Okay, then we have...
Excuse me, you have to vote.
I thought I did. Did I not? Then
I'm not just making sure, I just,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Because you remind me last time we only had 3 here. Thanks, Bill.
Mhm.
Okay, now we have the claims, and there were a couple of additions that she sent out.
Yeah, I saw the email about that.
Yeah, it was the Well, one was the asbestos and then the demolition of 132 Ridge. Those came out a little bit late. Um, Other than that, I think she's got everything in there.
The other thing I noticed in the email she sent, that she moved some money from one place to the other she moved the thing from one account to another. Do you remember seeing that email?
What she's talking about there, Bill, and we've never, ever discussed that in a redevelopment meeting, I've been there. So like Anthony's portion of his invoices, there is, in the city account, there's a budgeted item for redevelopment.
Mm-hmm.
That would be Anthony's. I'm trying to think. It used to be like Al's pay, Angie Walters' pay when she was assistant clerk treasurer. So I sent Becky an email back saying, I've never, I mean, we're, this is what, 7 months in, and, Anthony obviously is gonna have 5 more months of invoices. So that's where she moved money. So I asked her for a year-to-date of that budget number, what was a budget number, and what was it different last year. And I, even sitting on the council, I didn't realize there was a budget number for that, for redevelopment, because we don't, I never even thought about that. And we don't have that account here because that's a budget number in the city budget. So I don't know.
That's a good explanation. The redevelopment department has its own general fund budget, and then that's divided by different services, for professional services, for salaries, if there are any, mailing, postage, everything like that, and whatever line item mine was coming out of, or, the other things they're coming out of, that's where she was there.
And that's why I don't know of anything else that has come out. That's what, I just can't think of anything else. I mean, at one point, yeah, Bill, I don't know, because when Riverboat, beginning of, when I first started, we received $500,000 in Riverboat funds. Now, we didn't always spend it, but then I know we've cut that back from 250 to now whatever it is, 150, and it'll probably go down this year, or next year, excuse me. And then also, we had Angie be a 1099 employee because you cannot pay wages out of TIF.
Mm-hmm.
So she was a 1099 employee, so that meant Al's, with all of his benefits, this round up to 150, that's saved from the city. So we've cut back a ton of money from the city on their budget, but I don't know what else we spent on. I don't know what the budget was. So for that one, Bill, I'm waiting for her.
So I just opened the email on my phone.
Yeah.
She moved the asbestos mitigation invoice from Rainbow Engineering to pay out of TIF, as there are not enough funds remaining in the general fund budget.
Yeah, and it should be in TIF. It should have always came out of TIF. It's in the TIF area, correct?
I believe so.
Well, it's connected to your TIF, but it could have come out of Riverboat just the same. But I'm curious about the other items, like the St. E drainage project. We had a lot of professional service fees in that. I'm curious, did those come out of the general fund budget instead of TIF
Instead of Riverboat. Those
or
were,
Riverboat?
yeah. So if you look at the top of the claims page, Bill, you see legal fees, like Anthony.
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
That came out of the budgeted amount. But we never, the only thing we ever approve here is either out of TIF or out of Riverboat. I've never remember saying taking it out of the general budget. So I have an email out to her, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right.
And I don't know, every other asbestos on house we've demolished on Lower Ridge has come out of TIF, I believe.
Okay.
We'll just have to get clarification.
Yeah.
Everything else appears to be, quote, normal, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, that friendship bond payment, that's the electrical payment that we are covering for the electric department for 10 years of the
Mhm.
20-year bond.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make a motion to pay the claims.
Okay, we do have a motion. Do we have a second?
I will second that.
We have a first and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So moved. Okay, I'm going to move a couple things up front. The first one is we have Jim Kittle and Paul Seymour here from the Lawrenceburg Conservancy District. You do have a screen of their, and Mike has it up on the board. They gave a presentation to Lawrenceburg last Wednesday, which I know a handful of us attended, thought it was good, and we asked them to kind of come here and give us an update as to where they're at. So, Jim, Paul? Yeah.
May I ask, Jim, while you're walking up there?
Yeah.
Is this very similar to the original project when you showed it to us, with the exception maybe of funding?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And Mike told me to hold it to 5 minutes because I
said
can
10.
get rolling. We could be here and Carl's got something.
It's your job.
Yeah.
Take it down, okay.
But basically, I think just an overview, I think we're pursuing a brick grant, and basically Mike just wanted to give an update. In the work session we had with Lawrenceburg went well. We're still looking for, if everyone remembers, it's about a $67 million project for repairs to the Greendale Lawrenceburg levee system. We're looking for a $16.8 million match. The redevelopment or the city of Greendale gave us a resolution for 4.2. The Conservancy District's in for 4.2. So we went to the city of Lawrenceburg last Wednesday, and we brought in our grant team, and they did this presentation. It's a good presentation. I thought it went very well. We had Jennifer Ray come in, but basically we're just moving forward with it. I know there's been some chatter that the brick grants are not available right now. We all know that. But
I don't think we did. I don't think that's been official,
Yeah.
Jim, but you might just want to
Well,
expand on that.
with the new administration, they've stopped all brick grants. And that's what we're going for, is a brick grant. But really, we're not stopping there'll be grants available. We need to get ready. And, you can see, we have a lot of work still yet to do to be ready to apply for a grant. I kind of can go back to this grant requirement checklist. It's back, Mike, where it says next steps, if you can go back to it. I'm not going to walk you through. You guys can read this presentation. It was a good one. But, yeah, the grant requirements checklist is basically, again, Lawrenceburg Conservancy District, we've got a resolution ready. The city of Greendale has theirs ready. We're going to be, hopefully, the city of Lawrenceburg at their September 2nd, I believe, meeting. They're going to be talking about, hopefully, granting that resolution of 4.2. And lastly, we'll be going to Dearborn County for their 4.2 million. We have not been there yet, but we will go there. Hopefully, we can have some Greendale representatives there when we go to the county. I think that'll help. And basically, I don't know, we have to do a hazardous mitigation plan. And I don't know if people here know it, but the city of Greendale opted out of the hazardous mitigation plan some years ago. So you're not in the hazardous mitigation plan, and if you want to apply for a brick grant, you've got to be in a hazardous mitigation. So we've paid the county to redo the hazardous mitigation plan, to include Greendale and actually, the Conservancy District also. So we're redoing that, we paid for it, we've had 2 meetings, I think the mayor's been to both meetings, but we have to get this hazardous mitigation plan done, so we've paid for that. I would think it would be done in the next 3 months.
End of the year.
Okay. Then, so we've taken care of the hazardous mitigation plan. The next thing we're in process, and we're gonna need some help from this group, is we need to do a cost-benefit analysis. And with the change in we've paid to do a cost-benefit analysis. And it went pretty good. But then there's been some changes in the cost-benefit analysis, and we need to do some more work, especially in the Greendale levy district.
They rewrote the rules.
We have to have a cost-benefit analysis of greater than 1.
Excuse me, when you say they rewrote, FEMA or the grant people, who rewrote rules?
Grant.
The grant people, thank you.
So,
What now? Are
No.
you referring to JMT that it was FEMA and whoever would be?
No.
handing out the grant.
No, the grant, whoever's gonna give the grant money, that's who changed the rules.
Right.
Gotcha, okay, thank you.
They changed the rules, and our cost-benefit analysis is now less than 1. We have to be at 1.
We were there before they changed the rules?
Close,
Okay,
close.
As
But
a group,
as a group, remember, we have to go for a joint project with
Correct,
Greendale.
correct.
Or with Lawrenceburg, we have to do that. So we had a cost-benefit analysis of over 1 with the combination.
okay.
We now are not over 1. So we're going to be entertaining at Thursday's meeting, we're gonna have to go to the next level on our cost-benefit analysis. We're gonna have to take, and I've already started working on this, is once our board approves it, but we're gonna have to get a lot of information to the people that are being protected by the Greendale levy. We're gonna need everyone's help in this room.
Getting information to them or from them?
From them.
From them.
Their
Thank you.
inventory.
Okay.
Their equipment costs.
Okay,
We're gonna need to get utility cost. We have a whole list of,
okay,
So we need to bring the values of those properties up to what they really are, not some dated
Right.
number.
right. In the inventory and the cost of equipment, we're gonna have to factor all that in there. So I'm confident, I'm not even gonna look at Paul. I'm confident that we can get this above 1, because we're gonna have to enter into another contract with our grant people to help us take this grant to the next level, which hopefully we can get that approved. So we're working on the cost-benefit analysis, important. If we don't get over 1, we can't apply for a grant. Here's something else that we need to work on, and I'm looking to this group. We need to have letters of support from all the governmental resolutions as far as, and I see Carl here. Carl gave us a really nice letter of support saying that the Lawrenceburg levy is protecting the school systems.
school corporations.
Right. Yeah. But you can see we've got Hollywood Casino. We just listed some of these on this page, but really, I think we only have about 25 letters of support, or maybe even 20 from Greendale. There's 90 freeholders. We need 100%. Who wouldn't give us a letter of support? Who wouldn't want the levy certified?
You have most of the big ones, though.
Yes,
are the check marks meaning you've got them?
yes.
Okay,
And this isn't the whole list, Bill. We just put some of the bigger companies.
yeah, I see 152 individuals too, so, okay, so there's,
That's from Lawrenceburg.
yeah, but so there's still more needed freeholders that basically are in this protected area that aren't in the bigger companies you've listed here.
Yeah, we need all the restaurants. We need everybody. Who wouldn't want to see the levy
Mm-hmm.
be certified? We need more support letters. So that's something, and I know Anthony did a great job. I don't want to speak too highly, but he did a nice job and got us a couple big support letters from
Duck House
a good one.
The Hollywood Casino's property owners.
Penn Gaming, yeah, Gaming
Yeah.
and Leisure.
Yep, they gave us a nice one.
Yeah.
So, we need more freeholders, but really, I think a lot of people heard when the brick grant, was kind of cut off, we were gonna stop, we're not stopping, we can't stop. We gotta keep moving forward, we gotta check off this and be ready to apply for a grant. A grant will come available, we're not even ready yet, we don't have all these, we've gotta get this hazardous mitigation, if anyone wants to see it, I got a copy of it. It's a pretty detailed, mitigation. We got an evacuation plan for Greendale. I could go on and on and on. Again, my 5 minutes is up. But there's a lot of work to be done, and we're not going to quit. I think some people thought, oh, wow, we don't need our resolution. Yeah, we do. We need your resolution.
Jim, if bricks don't come back, are there other sources that you'd be looking at?
Yeah, but it'd be, and we've talked to FEMA, or we talked to the Corps, I'm sorry. They think this brick grant is where we need to pursue. I mean,
Okay, so they
Because-
think it'll come back eventually, kind of theory.
Well,
I think someone will want to,
Yeah, part of the reason why it'll come back is they are reworking.
Oh, okay.
They changed the cost benefit analysis, made it twice as hard, but they are, but they ain't back yet. But if we're sitting there ready and waiting,
Yeah.
we won't miss out on anything.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Because we have, I mean, we've missed out on one for sure.
yeah, we had an opportunity to apply for a grant. It's not going to get us our $70 million, but we weren't even ready yet. We
Yeah.
still have to do the cost benefit analysis. We've
Okay.
got to get that up. We still have to do the hazardous mitigation that we're moving forward. And I think Mike has helped us get connected with Representative Houchin's office. They've reached out to me a couple times. They're interested in our project. So I think it's going to be a group effort, and the LCD is moving forward with it. We're not.
Okay.
And I will say, I attended last Wednesday. I thought LCD did a really nice job. They had representatives, obviously, there from JMT and Mundell. Those people, those employees got up and spoke very well. I thought the City Council of Lawrenceburg did a great job on their questions. They asked appropriate questions. I thought it was a very good meeting. I thought I didn't notice anything that, I don't know where Lawrenceburg will come down, and that's completely up to them. That's, whatever they want to do is what they want to do. But I thought it was a really good meeting, and I thought a lot of things were answered. I thought it was interesting, again, from my background in banking, that Jennifer mentioned a few times that you don't want to be behind a levee that isn't certified.
Right.
From a flood perspective, from the insurance cost.
Mm-hmm.
And I know from the banking world,
Answer
it just stops growth immediately. And the cost is getting worse on that. But again, hats off to Jim and Paul, and they didn't really have to speak too much. And when they did, it was, again, I thought the City Council of Lawrenceburg some people had some comments. I thought it was just well done, everything. And one thing they did say, I don't know if you guys, it's like kind of the same thing we've said is, why come to us first? And just made sense, in my opinion, to come to us. Then, and Lawrenceburg City Council was asking, what have you done to the county yet? They're trying to tick off one thing at a time, and then hopefully we'll get that support, and we can all go to the county and, on that. So, again.
But if you have time to look over this presentation, and Bill, it kind of answers some of your questions about the brick grant, and the Army
Okay.
Corps of Engineers said, this is
Okay.
what,
Yeah.
this
Okay.
is the grant you need to go for.
Alrighty.
Anybody got any questions, feel free, you can call me or Mike, see my number, or Anthony, but Paul or myself, or come to our meetings. Anytime you want us to come and give an update, we'd be glad to.
Jim, maybe send us out again. I know I've probably asked for it more than you want me to, is a list of businesses and/or residents that you have not gotten letter of support on. I know it's like the Mexican restaurant, Kennett Truck Stop. I know there's a handful of them, but, I know letters were sent out, but, maybe it's just us, maybe we can.
Paul's called on them too, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've walked in and out of a lot of them. It's a little bit harder on the restaurants because of corporations, and when you walk in there, you're usually talking to a manager, and they don't, they can't respond.
Yeah.
So the voting list and us picking out that corporation, and I don't know if anybody's dealt with any of them or not, but I never had any luck walking in any of the restaurants or hotels. But I actually had good conversations and started with Catalent with a good conversation, but then you finished it, it worked out well.
and we have good support, we have HAG, Polycraft, Gaming, Catalent, Kelsey, Senator Maxwell, but we have 80, I don't know how many votes, 80 freeholders, and maybe we have 20 letters.
And I don't think any of the people or businesses don't want to sign it. I know I helped them on one,
Yeah.
just one, but I bet I talked to that individual 6 times. And they, what do you want? And these guys have sample letters.
We have sample letters.
And then, these business owners are busy, and, for them to take time to sit down and draft it, it was accomplished, so. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, Jim,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much, appreciate your time. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna move up is, the school district, sorry, I'm trying to find my different things here.
Thank you.
Oh, the school, the soft wash funding request from Carl. Carl, we have that in there, and do we have any comments? I told Carl it looked great to me. I told him that we had said we would do the 20,000. He said, well, I'll send you a quote. I said, I don't think we need a quote. You just have to tell us you're doing it. But obviously, he put the time in and with the quote, and, I think it looks great. Comments from you guys, or any questions?
Carl, I realize that the roof system's not something your guys are gonna get up there and do, but if you had, what's that machine called that we,
Soft wash machine, yeah.
We've purchased one for the city that,
Yeah. I told him that may be a good thing to, I said, we purchased
I'm
one
wondering
for
whether or
the
not
LCD.
that would, I know the smaller buildings and things, you could do that, you can't do the roofs these big. I'm just wondering down the road if that would also make sense.
Yeah, we talked, and
Yeah.
because he had mentioned the possibility of bringing it here or possibly purchase one, I was like, why not save money if you guys already have one? Why not possibly just learn how to use it and borrow it versus purchase another
Well,
one? So then that way it's getting used more
And
than.
we are buying one for LCD too, right?
Yeah, and
So,
buying almost the
LCD will
exact-
have one.
City would have one, LCD
LCD
would have one. so-
It
yeah.
goes on the back of one of the pickup trucks.
Right.
I know that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't tell you, but.
Okay.
Carl, that's a great idea.
Right.
Yeah.
I just thought
that's-
it's better to
maybe-
save the money and we just borrow versus.
Yeah, maybe
buy.
having your guys, your maintenance guy, meet up with whoever takes care of that here, and maybe look at the machine and understand how to use it, and, see what it does. Maybe you have to try it on one of the small buildings to see how it does for you down
I
there.
know they've been thrilled with they've done stop signs. They did the water tower,
They did the water tower, that's
and
right.
it looked,
Right.
it's amazing change. But
Yeah, that's why I thought possibly in the summer, each summer, we might be able to grab it in the summer and then go around in July, right before school starting, and hit, like you said, signs and things like that right around.
Yeah, odds are they're usually in the summer too, but
That's
yeah.
a great idea,
You could work
Carl.
you could work days in there, I would think, so, kind of thing, so,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't think
you-
you want to use it in the winter.
I think you can just arrange that with Vince, and I don't think he'd have any problem with it.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we need a motion to approve the school's request for assistance
Mhm.
for this, is that what we need?
Yeah.
In the tune of $20,000, right?
Yeah, or if, Bill, it's pleasure of the board if you want to go a little bit over.
Come on, don't look at me. Don't look at me. He's got a budget. He's got a budget. He's got a budget. He knows, he knows. How many times you come to me when I was on this endowment? You got some money on this side there, you know that. All right. Any other discussion, or you have any questions, Aaron, or you good, or what?
I'm good
All right. You wanna do
You
it?
do.
for the 20.
Yeah, whatever you wanna do.
No, I'm good for the 20. I will make a motion to approve that.
Okay, we have a motion for a $20,000 payment to the school for a soft wash. Do I have a second?
I will second it.
We have a second. I keep on wanting to say any further discussion. You guys do the first and second.
Unless Carl's got some more comments, we're done up here, I think.
I have a first and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, so moved.
Thank you.
Earl, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
In July 11th, I sent the school safety grant to be on this month. Did that not make it?
Weren't we,
He's
July
right.
Weren't we,
11th, I sent the email.
weren't
Because
we-
then
oh,
that's
no,
when
that
you
was
thought I
something
was coming to the
Yeah.
thing. I said,
Yeah.
well, can it be on
He
the
did send
August?
he did send an email about the school
Mhm.
safety grant. I think we just forgot.
yeah,
We forgot.
Can we-
So,
can we add it?
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Can we have an EDA from them? Correct.
Is it, was it an application for this year?
This for this year, right, it'd be the new one for 2025.
Board's pleasure, I just missed it.
I have no idea, I have no problem adding it to the agenda. Anthony, was the application in, was it, I guess you didn't have any problem with the application?
He uses the same application as.
Okay, okay.
Every time. What was the amount, Carl?
I believe $250,000.
Yeah,
It was for the school safety
yeah,
program.
that sounds familiar. I remember seeing it,
I do have it.
yeah.
Bill, I think it'd be appropriate to add it with,
Well, I think we should, I mean, school started.
yeah, I agree.
We can do something here.
Yeah, Aaron, do you have any problem adding it without, it's been the same for 5 years now?
Well, the amount's different this year.
No, I know, but it's still the school safety
The only
program.
difference, like looking in there, and that's why I didn't know the discussion was, is that we are looking at a potential shift in the SROs and stuff from
Right.
working at, like, for the school corporation to the city of Lawrenceburg becoming officers, a subset. So looking at if we're allowed to, like, almost be a pastor or almost use that money.
I think when Anthony and I spoke about that, because was that a state law, or was that something changed, or were
Something
they?
changed with the
They
laws, didn't
believe, the police department, Lawrenceburg Police Department currently right now, they believe that we're somewhat working within a loophole
Okay.
of a statute that the reserve officers haven't been to the academy. And they believe that within the next year, somewhere at the state level, they're going to try to close that loophole.
Okay.
I'm not sure, because I think there's a lot of SROs out there that haven't been to the academy, so, but they want to be ahead of the game. Here at Lawrenceburg, they want to try and be ahead of the game and try to then get those officers to the academy and be academy trained, and then also looking at becoming a subset of the Lawrenceburg Police Department, and then also they would be year-round officers too, and they would be assigned to other duties, is what they were looking at.
Yeah,
And
so-
then you would be billed from the city of Lawrenceburg for their
Correct.
Yeah.
their work at the school,
Correct.
which
So we would give the money-
Which the 250 would be covering.
Correct, that would be part of it. The city of Lawrenceburg is still then committed, and then we're still committed to applying for that secured school safety grant through Homeland Security as well. And that's a matching grant, so we would utilize these funds as part of that matching. We haven't heard back. That was due when we submitted in July. We're still waiting to hear.
Even though they
the
would not,
results.
even though they would possibly not be on your payroll, so to speak, they'd be on the city's payroll, you think that grant still works?
There are a number of, well, that wouldn't have, so this transition isn't looking to take place until January.
Okay,
So it would only be a half year, which potentially we might be able to utilize those grant funds within that time period
Okay.
for this year.
Yeah.
But next year when we apply, we'll have to reword it
Yeah.
so that it is like a partnership with the Lawrenceburg Police Department and
Yeah.
looking for that. But
Okay.
there's other corporations that do that, for example, like Summit Dearborn pays the county for their services.
Okay,
Rising Sun
Right.
pays either their city or county for services, so they use their secured school safety grant for that.
okay.
Yeah, so, and somebody asked me one time, well, because they said that, they said, oh, are you guys now paying Lawrenceburg for these SROs? I said, no, we're, per
Yeah,
the
we just give
request,
money.
we're giving it to
Yeah, we give it to
the
school.
school, and the school's deciding how that is taken care of to support the security program.
Gotcha.
I just wanna make sure we're not in violation of
No.
any agreement or anything too.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the school district's application for $250,000 for their security program in this school year. Carl, is that
It
the
is,
correct
correct.
terminology? Thank
Correct,
you.
for 2025, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 25, 26.
Right, we go on
Yeah.
a school year, I usually bring it to you guys
Yeah.
each summer,
Okay.
so
Right.
I know you guys kinda work on a calendar year, so.
I will make the motion to approve the grant request for $250,000 for the school safety program.
Okay.
I will second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? So moved. Sorry, I should say
Thank you.
aye also. I did not say aye.
Thank you so much,
All right.
we appreciate
All right.
the support.
All right. Carl, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Carl.
Here, good.
No,
Okay.
I'll get
You're good.
something out to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so moving on to unfinished business. Mike, any stellar update?
The stellar update is, there's been a committee that's interviewed the design engineering firms last week, and we've ranked those and anticipate Board of Works receiving a recommendation from the committee on which engineering firm to select. It's the Board of Works next meeting, which I think might be next week. So that's the latest update on that.
Okay. And also for you guys under One Dearborn, the unfinished business, we had the train bridge on there. We'll just bring it back up when they respond.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anthony, well, I'm sorry, the house at 132 has been completed. I think if you've driven by, it's
Oh, yeah.
it was a nice demolition. I think everybody who worked with them, and I think, it's kind of nice because that cost was about half of what we spent recently for demo. So it's nice to we have another vendor in place who we can do it. Anthony, any update on KPG?
Yeah, I've been talking to them. They give me an update on their timeline about every 2 weeks. They received some documents from, is it SEI Ready? Mike?
Mhm.
SEI Ready, who is administering the Ready Grant 2.0, that they're reviewing. They have not finalized that yet, but we're waiting for them to get all their financing in place to finish the bond. And so we're trying to work out the timeline on the bond, and that's kind of where we are. That's the only update I have.
Questions? Anthony, any update on the Valley Woods potential property development?
I have an update on the plat.
Okay.
That,
Yeah.
So I talked to Bayer Becker today and asked, can we put the utilities on the plat? And they asked, do we have the CAD drawings of those utilities? I know we have paper copies, but I'm meeting with the utility director in the morning, and I'm gonna find out if we have electronic copies that they can put on there.
Do we have is it legally or is it deed? Is that property now in redevelopments?
No.
Okay. Is that an action you have to take yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be the next action, is get that, and then we'll get the utility work. At that point, then we look at how we're gonna segregate the lots.
Right.
Okay. Questions?
No, thank you. Not for me.
Okay. Soft wash update. There was a letter that went out. We asked Fish.
Excuse me. Brad was raising.
Oh,
his
yeah,
hand.
I'm sorry, Brad, I'm sorry.
How we're gonna segregate the lots, what do you mean by that?
Well, we'll have to, once we get the property in our name, there was a suggestion from Bear Becker that just was a suggestion that we can make them 100-foot lots and put 12 100-foot lots there. So if that's what we want to do, that's something we'll still have to discuss and decide how we want that, and then we'll have to decide, are we going to bid them all out at once? Are we going to do them individually? We'll do covenants and restrictions. We'll have all that and what we want to see there.
So you might just sell some of them and then let the rest of them?
I don't think that's our intent, but we haven't gotten that far because we're just waiting until, we don't want to start talking about until we legally own it on that. But no, I think our intent is to sell them all on that.
Well, as we all know, that a couple of the areas are I think unbuildable because of the land slippage and and what's in there. And that you don't just start and end up with a couple of, I think people across the street are wondering what is gonna be across the street.
Yep, we've been in contact with them, we've met with them, so we'll keep them completely in the communication. I've been reaching out to them almost every meeting. I realized as I drove down here, I had not reached out to them to let them know there was no agenda item on there, but I'll email them tomorrow morning, let them know no action was taken. I'll tell them a little bit what we're doing now. That we have sent them the boring reports from the company that says they are buildable. That's what this company does, so, we're relying on the experts to tell us if they are or are not buildable. And so far, they've said they are.
So, you're based on who's gonna certify, or, if you get a house built and it starts slipping and moving and going, they're gonna come back to the redevelopment?
No, because we won't own the property at that point. It'll be up to the builder to take the risk. They'll take, as they do right now, on any site and any location where there's a potential for slippage. They'd have more information here than they do in some different things, but they'll have to look at that and, they'll talk to us about what the cost, if there an extra additional cost of peering, will that factor into the land cost? We have a lot before us, before anything's
So
done.
will redevelop and subsidize the peering or pay for the peering?
I have no idea. We haven't, it's,
Intention there to?
no, it's not.
Brad, the house is gonna get built by whoever builds it. They're gonna be responsible for the house they're building. Whether they pier it or not, it's up to them. They're the ones that have to figure that out. Our role is to sell them the lot, and if, because of the extra expense, to Mike's point, if piering has to be done on one, we may reduce the price of that lot, not necessarily giving them any kind of guarantees on anything else. It's no different, I believe, than what you've done. The other side.
I've got some lots for sale, but and I've still got three, you're basically gonna be in competition with me with my remaining lots, so we're gonna compete with each other.
Could be.
Well,
Yep.
you've got lots for sale that are still on the hill, as I remember, right? Yeah.
Right.
And the lots we have are down the bottom, and, it's gonna be whoever wants to build where, I guess, is really what they're gonna buy, so.
And we'll have covenants and
I just think if
restrictions.
you end up with a house that, like I said, that slips and down the line, and people go back, well, we didn't know, and, sue the builder's bankrupt, gone, whatever.
It's happened.
Here's where they're gonna come back,
But Brad,
They can.
Brad, you built the houses down there now around the pond. Did you
Were
you
peered on the
liable
other
for all
side, on
those? Were you
Whispering
liable
Woods.
for those?
Yeah. What we sell, eventually it comes back to the builder, the developer. And like I said, I think it will. And I think the city will just, okay, well, we'll do something. I'm just, the city, the redevelopment, where the line's gonna be, I don't know. But I just, like I said, when you look at the hill and you look at the slippage and you look what's in there, I'm just.
It happened on Whispering Woods with people over there. I talked to numerous people and builders who had to pier those because there was slippage. And they were told they weren't being able to be built. They piered it, and it's fine. And that's the same thing the company who did the the boring report told us may need to happen.
Well, the boring report's a boring report, it's somebody not here, somebody who won't be there. they won't be there after the thing, it ends up back to, like I said, we gave that property to basically the city, Parks, because we determined it was not a structurally stable area, and they say it is, well, I don't believe it. But,
And that's why I go off,
but the city will be here, the redevelopment will be here, and the end result, if a homeowner or a builder, eventually a homeowner has a problem, I think they'll come back to the city, but I want to make sure.
I can't predict the future, yeah.
Yeah.
And at this point, we have to go with what the experts are telling us. That's all we have. We're not builders, so we have to go with the experts, so.
And we need housing, so it'd be great.
I'm assured that, you've got an attorney that'll be covered, and there'll be hopefully protect the city and not end up with a litigation and a lawsuit. And like I said, all that's sitting there now, I don't know what the people across the street are gonna be looking at. A hodgepodge of a house here and a house there, and empty spots in between that nobody wants to build on. That's why I'm asking what's gonna happen, with that view in there. We're gonna have
We don't know yet. We haven't made that decision. We're doing it in our steps.
and a hodgepodge of grown up, lots in between.
Thank you. On the soft wash, I had reached out to Fish and asked them to send us a list of all the residents that had either emailed them saying, or communicated to them that they do not want their house cleaned or hadn't communicated. So you have a list in there. I did remove the name of the property owner just from I know you were going to be here, I assumed you were going to be here, which is fine. So we have sent another letter out to them. And Anthony, we heard anything back, but we normally don't. They go right to Fish, correct?
Yeah, I tell them to call Fish directly.
Yeah. So if we had 155 and only 41 hadn't responded, that tells me they've gotten a pretty good response. So I'm very impressed with what they've done so far. So right now, with the last invoice that you guys approved with claims, we have around 55 properties now completed, and we spent around $45,500 so far. And then we also did place the $100,000 in the endowment that went, MGP requested that portion be placed in the endowment. So I think we're looking pretty good on this. I think, the other day I drove up, and I think almost every house on Ridge up till the Half Moon have been cleaned, and they
That's what I
look
thought,
great.
too.
The blue house is the one that definitely shows you the difference.
On the left or
Although,
right?
The big one on the left, coming up the hill. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
now they have to go back and paint the
Yeah,
part
it
they
kind of
painted
shows
before.
the painting might not have been the best.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Mike, did you answer Fish on the first one on here that's listed as a business?
I did. If they had somebody living in it, I told them, go ahead and do it.
But it's not a residence.
Yeah, there's apartments there.
There's apartments upstairs.
The third floor was always a
Yes,
residence.
It was always a residence.
Residents.
Okay.
I thought for $808.29, which I think each one of them are, I thought if there's somebody living there, that's fine. Any other questions on that? Okay, any other unfinished business that I missed?
No, not unfinished, no.
Okay. Under new business, we had the LCD update, and we had the school soft wash, and we also did the school application for $250,000. So we do have action that a real property acquisition. So what we're looking at is we have two items for the board to consider. We have a contract to purchase sale of real estate, which is, how much property is it?
About a half acre.
It's about a half acre at the back of Taco Bell. And then we have a resolution, I don't know, what's, Anthony, just
Resolution authorizing the board to
purchase
purchase
it.
it.
So is resolution approved first and then the contract?
The contract's a part of the resolution.
Oh.
It's approving it's approving the contract and approving a survey and approving you to, do everything for the closing.
Okay.
For $10,000.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't know the resolution number,
Oh,
because Becky usually writes that on there.
and I don't.
Mike, maybe you can look at the
Let me look at
minutes
the
and see
minutes
our
from last meeting.
resolution.
Yep. Give me a moment.
While he's looking, any questions on that?
Not from me. You got anything? You good, Aaron?
I have one question.
Sure.
And probably no one here knows, but I just was wondering, so I noticed
The one was 2025-14,
the piece in here about
the donation of Valleywoods properties.
if we build the road, then we will also provide new access for Taco Bell.
Yes,
That doesn't raise our costs significantly, does it?
we don't anticipate that would, it would just be kind of like a small connection so that people exiting could go to the new road instead of going.
Yeah, we really haven't talked to them where they, will they create new entrances and that for themselves? I'm assuming they would.
I anticipate that they would rework their parking lot, because it's kind of wonky how it is.
Okay.
But that's one of the things that we'll look at when we get a preliminary engineering budget, is how much that little connection would cost.
And it is Resolution 2025-15? Dash 15. So we just need to approve this, and then that, within this is the contract to purchase?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Questions?
Ready?
I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution number 2025-15.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? So moved. I'm sorry. Aye also. Keep on forgetting to do that. So I am sending this down. Oh, I'm sorry. I got a couple things to send. There's a, sorry. Okay, let me see. I do not think I have any other new business. Any audience comments? Okay. And then you'd notice at the bottom of the agenda, Anthony, does it look okay?
Yeah.
I guess this is a new state mandate
It is.
as a bill that you do for the.
The library
school
has to do it too. Yep.
Okay, so hopefully I didn't misspell anybody's name or anything like that. Any other comments from any of the board members or Mike or?
There's one, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, I don't want you misspelling my name. That's not, it's good. Just on behalf of the school corporation, I'd like to thank you for the continued support of our security for our kids, and also including us, or the corporation, out of beautification fund for the cleaning.
Yeah, I drove by there today knowing we had this. I was wondering what part of the school are they gonna hit with this?
Oh,
I didn't look, I mean, I looked at the price, I didn't see the location of his.
Primary school, right?
Oh,
I
primary.
believe it is.
The
And I
roo-
talked
the
to
roof of
Carl,
the
it's gonna be
primary.
a yearly thing to do
Yeah.
it, and we'll do some on our own as well, but
Yeah.
greatly appreciated.
Good, good.
We have the money we put aside for the possible levy improvements that we heard about again tonight.
Thanks, Bill. Thank
We put that into CDs. The first one is gonna be coming due in September. So we need to determine what we want Becky to shop for, as far as what time frame we want that CD. In my head, when we first did this, I thought we should have a 6-month, a 12-month, an 18, a 24-month,
Do the latter.
okay, for the latter. So this 6-month that's now coming due, in my head, should be at the end of the 20, in other words, at 30-month from the original, so 24 months from now. Is everybody okay with that? Is that the way it works, right, Aaron? That's the way it works, right? The 2 years out kind of thing, right? Keep that thing going.
I think that's,
You've done this,
Well,
right?
I mean, yeah, that's a good, but I think you also need to look at the interest rates, because the longer you're out on some CDs that I've been looking at, the interest rate has been substantially lower than
Okay.
7-month.
yeah.
Yeah, I,
12-month
you know,
right now, I saw some different
3.8
things
something.
through another couple organizations I'm with. They were able to stay around the same 12-month that they renewed year, but they were offering, really nice rates for like 7, 9 months. But we did not bid out. I think what I'd suggest, and I think, do we want a motion on this to maybe, have Bill work with Becky to investigate and come to what they think is the best in our latter approach?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
let them go ahead and act on it, because I think it comes due,
It's the middle of September.
so we will not have a meeting before
I'm
then.
sorry, no, I think it's the end of September. She should have the information, my conversation, I'm trying to remember it now, I believe she'll have information for us for our September meeting.
Okay.
To say yes or no, but she needs to know now what direction we want her to go. So I think, listening to what Mark has said and what you have just said about the 12-month, maybe it's gonna be the conversation, if everybody agrees with this, that we get the best months out with the best rate. In other words, if we can stay in that,
Yeah.
what, 3.94%
3.69,
rate,
yeah.
somewhere in that range as far as the interest rate, if it has to be a 9-month or a 12-month or, again, 18 or 20, we'll have to see what they're offering, so.
Where's that
I-
at, Bill? Is it, I mean,
It's at Civista?
Savista?
Yeah, and they had
They have
great
good
rates.
rates, yeah.
Man, that was a great rate.
Yeah, when we did it.
Yeah,
Now, who knows?
for those
Again,
4 times, that was
yeah.
a great rate. If we can get something close to that 24-month number, that the 2-year number we got originally, if we can get somewhere close to that, that would be, I think, a good number.
Bill, would you work with Becky and come up with some different
Yeah,
things?
we need to tell her what we want her to do.
I-
So is everybody okay with what I just talked about, moving that way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Aaron?
Yep.
Okay. I don't need a motion on that, do I? Because it's going to come to our September
Yeah,
meeting.
she won't, yeah,
Okay.
we'll have to have that.
All right.
And I think, I could be wrong, but, he's the banker, but you might know this from other stuff, but I think there's actually a leeway. She told me that if it's due September 20th.
There's 7
they'll-
days grace.
They'll let us go a little bit further kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think Bill, thank you for bringing that up as a reminder. Anything else for the pleasure? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So moved. Thank you.
Here's your extras.
Oh. Thanks. This just,
Where's the signature file?
here, thank you.
Mike or Anthony? Should we get that?
Is she at school yet?
Well, both you guys need to put
she
your
would.
record of attendance name on that one
Yes.
anyway, so I'll give it all to you.
Did you get the executive session certification?
I